Hello guys and welcome back to Stylish Naija YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video we're going to be learning how to cut this beautiful jacket. So you can see this was what I did at the end of the day. So I've not added my own buttons yet, so yes, but it came out really fine, nice, neat and well put together. So this is what we're going to learn how to do today. So like I said, it is a beautiful female jacket, so you can see it really looking good. So for this female jacket, we're going to be making use of 2 yards of fabric. So I actually used a Duchess fabric, so yes, you can see 2 yards. So I was just trying to confirm this is what we are going to use today. Is a beautiful fabric. And then here's my lining. So for the back, I'm going to use this my basic bodies to cut out the back, so it's just the basic top. And then for the front, I will show you guys how to cut the front so that I will not waste so much time. So at this point, I was just trying to make sure that my bust was okay, and then the waist, and then I will measure the length. So I was increasing the length, so I increased the length of this. So the length that I use for my jacket, for my female jacket, is actually 20 inches. Yes, I used 20 inches. So but I measured it at 21, so that because of the sewing and turning, so that it will not get truncated. Because you can see it is a short jacket, so I don't need it to be too long. Okay, so this is the back piece. So this is the lining for the back piece. So I just cut out the lining. So I was just trying to check to make sure that the bust was okay. So now this is the front piece. So I got another fabric, I'll place it, and then I measured 3 inches. You can see I ruled that line, I ruled a line, and then place the back piece from that line. You understand? Because if you notice, the front has like a lap, so that is why I used 3 inches. So you can see. And then after that, I'll cut out the same body frame with that back piece. The only difference between the back and the front is that the front has extra inches, so it depends on how big you want it to be. You can actually add more or you reduce more, so it depends on what you want. Okay, so you can see, so you can make it your own. You can make it 4 inches, 5 inches. So at this point, I was trying to mark the neckline. So for the neckline, I use 8 inches. So you can see, so the 8 inches, I'll just curve it and then let it enter into where the back neckline stop also. So for those of you that know, when you are cutting neckline, make sure that the width, they are the same. So that's what I did at that point. So I use that back and front neckline, just mark it. You can see, just mark it up to where my back neckline is. Okay, so that's it. So at this, I noticed that it was not aligning properly. That's the neckline. You can see it still came out a little bit, so I needed to just trim it out. So just trim it, make sure that they are staying on the same point. You understand? Make sure that they are staying on the same point. So I've trimmed it out, and then it looks okay. And then so I notch that center. So you need to notch the whole of those points for that front piece, so that you will know. So after notching it, I'll open it up, and then this is my back piece. So I'll cut out the same fabric. So this is my front piece now, my front lining. But after cutting this, I later realized that I actually did not need that. The front piece, I was supposed to use my fabric to cut it, so I had to recut another one. So this is for the this is just the full dress though, but I changed it, so you can see now. So the front lining, I used the same fabric. It's only the back that now had just that lining. So this is the front now. So the front, I cut out 4 pieces, so that was the lining. I did not use it again because it's a jacket, it will be opening, so you don't need the lining to be showing. So now I'll show you guys how to join this. So we'll join fabric, and then lining. So you take your front piece, so you can see, so lay your back piece straight like that, and then you take your front piece, just place them. The side that you need them to align is they will align at the sides and then the shoulder. So make sure that the side align, stitch them, and then join the shoulder. So this is the fabric to fabric. So now when you finish, you take your lining. So you can see that's the back lining, which is normal lining, and then you take the two front ones. So like I said, I'm using the actual fabric as lining for the back, for the front piece, so you can see. So that's that lining. You join everything because we're doing an inseam, because we don't want the sides to thread to be showing, so it's a jacket. So you join the shoulder and then join the side. So after joining down, so you see we have two pieces. So this is the fabric piece. You can see how it looks. So at this point, make sure that everything is equal. You understand, when you are doing an inseam, make sure that they align, they are equal. That's just what will help you. So I'll take this front piece like this, I'll just turn it to the back, and then I'll take the other one that is the lining piece, I'll like wear it on it. That's right side facing right side. That's let the two right side face each other. Okay, and then the bar wrong side will be on top like this. Okay, and then you stitch everywhere from the top. That's all the necklines. Make sure that all the points that they align when you are stitching. Okay, and then the only part that will remain is the armhole. So it's from the armhole we are going to turn it. So this is it. Now after stitching, this is how it will look like. So you pull everything out, and then you use your tape, sorry, you iron it out. Yes, so you can see how it looks. So you see the inside is neat, does not have any seam inside. So that's how simple it is to make a female jacket. Okay, so the next thing we want to do at this point now, we want to measure our sleeve. So the sleeve that we're doing, you can see it is a pencil balloon sleeve. So I was just trying to mark out my round armhole. So for the round armhole, I got about 10 inches for my round armhole, since I'm not going to pleat it. So I needed to cut the exact point. So this is my fabric that I want to use. So this is the lining actually. So I'll just measure, make sure that I have 10 inches here. So here I have like 12 inches, which is okay. And then I came down by 5 inches. And then from that 5 inches, I'm just going to create a curve to the top of my fabric like that. So that's for the arc of the sleeve, and then measure the length. So for the length, I used about 10 inches for the length of that. So after that, I'll just mark a straight line and then look for the width of my sleeve. That's that part which is like my bicep area, like my elbow area, not up to my elbow though. So you mark it and then divide it into two. So at this point, I was just checking to make sure that my armhole is up to 10, so that before I cut, so when I check, it was more than 10, it was like 12 inches, which is okay. So I had extra allowance for my sleeve. That's my round sleeve rather, yeah. So after that, I've cut out this piece, and then I'll transfer it to the fabric and then sew them and turn them. So I'm actually not sewing and turning, because I just place the fabric on the right side and then place the lining. So this is it. So after sewing, the next thing, I'll just cut out from my remaining fabric. This is what was remaining from my 2 yards of fabric. So I cut out a long stretch of fabric, about 25 inches. That's the length. This is on fold, so it's about 25 on fold, and then that's the sleeve. So for this top part, I'm going to just, I used about 15 inches thereabout, because I did not want to pleat everything into that sleeve. So I just created like a slant. What I was trying to do here is just to reduce the top parts of my sleeve, you understand. So that's what I did. So I used, so the length of this extra fabric that I cut out, the length is about 15 inches. That's how high it is. So you can see, so this part now I'm going to pleat it here, and then that down part I will elastic it. So you can see, so the essence of reducing that part is to make sure that that part is not bulky, you understand. So it will not be good for it to be the same with the down part. So that is why you reduce it. So now take this back to my machine, and then I'll pleat everything that I have there, let it fit into that point, and then fold the down part of this sleeve. That's, I'll use 1 inch to fold it. Okay, so this, I folded it. So you can see I've jumped, did the pleat, and then I folded the hem. So the next thing is for me to pass my elastic into the hole. So I just realized, so that's the hole, to pass my elastic through it. So I just use a pin and then just pass the elastic and then pull it to your sleeve size. That's all. So with that, the sleeve is done, and then you can fix it. So after fixing it, you can see what I have. So you see how beautiful this looks like. So like I said, it's just remaining for me to fix the button. So if you find this video helpful, please hit on the like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so